The following is a Sarovian presentation of CTS Sports.
The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear.
At the end of last season, you said you didn't deserve the Pulowa Cup win because your team got complacent. Now that the streak is over and your series against the Bolts is a little closer than you'd like, do you feel your team is in the same place, better, or worse?
No, I think the team is doing a lot better than they were before. I think adversity is really important overall for a team to have to overcome and learn that you can't just win every single game. It's good, it's fun, it's good for the headlines, but if you're not losing games, you're not learning and taking things home away with you. And I think that's a huge critical part of this. I think, sure, we were tied briefly, but that wasn't for long, and I think we came out on top, and I think the better team definitely won, and I'm happy with the result of last game, and I'm just hoping we can bring it in and have a final game here tonight.
The Bolts are an expansion team in their rookie season, and they've quickly become statistically the second best team in the league. They've arguably stayed that way thanks to these victories, even when their roster was shaken up. How do you think they've played so far this season?
I think they've played exceptionally well. I think that their goaltender is definitely lighting it up in the league. I think that they are really respectable, and I think they have a fire in them that a lot of teams don't have. I think they want to win when a lot of other teams don't. They have some sort of intense competitive features of the team, and that really helps them get to where they are today. And I'm happy that we are their opponent in the playoffs, and I hope that we can finish that today, though.
There were many rumors at the end of last season that you were considering cutting Jerome Kane from the team and not bringing him for Season 3. It's certainly known that you told the team at the end of Season 2 some of them would be cut. But when the season end came around, Jerome was once again signed. Are you regretting that decision?
No, absolutely not. I don't regret signing Jerome Kane whatsoever. I think that getting him in a contract extension is critical for the team. He plays a much needed role on the team. It's not always the role that he originally played. It's not the role that some people think he should play, and it's not entirely the role maybe he wants to play, but he plays the role exceptionally. He's a great second line center. He's winning puck battles. He's winning face-offs. He's digging for it out of the corners, out of the boards. He's getting it to the people who need to get it, and he's helping the team in ways he cannot understand. And once he's understood his role a lot better than he has historically, and I think that he's getting into that even more as time goes on, I think we're going to see a very talented and very exceptional player on the team, and I think that he has a fantastic opportunity to get back to where he was in Season 1 in time.
How do you think your current opponents, the Bolts, compare to your Season 2 finals opponents, the Virgos Vortex? Are they better or worse in some ways?
They're a different team. They have entirely different personalities. They have different skill sets. They have different flavors of how they handle difficulty and stress. They're a lot more hot-headed. I think they're very quick to react, and I don't think that the Vortex, despite, Dirkos Atlas and Cusco Fazo being on the team, and that's kind of a core fundamental part of what Season 2 Virgos was, I think that they weren't necessarily as bad. They were a little more logical than they let on, and I think the Bolts have a streak of motivation and demotivation. I think that once you get a win going for them, that they are on this full send, they're not going to lose ever again mentality. And I think as soon as you get a loss in them, they think that they're going to lose every game from now on. So just winning the games, getting one game at a time per day, not letting it affect you too much and just letting it happen, I think the better team will win. And I think tonight we're going to see that unfold before our eyes.
It's no secret that the biggest shock of the draft was the signing of Vortex ace Cusco Fazo to the Crowns. He's since rocketed to new heights under your leadership. How do you feel the Crowns have influenced his style of play?
I think he fits in really well with the team. I think that the Vortex did not utilize him to the way that he should have been utilized. I mean, I know he's a Trophy Lorval winner, and I think that, he obviously has a Pulowa Cup ring to his name, as well as the Trophy Atlas and the Asal, and by no means does he not deserve any of them, but I think that he was underutilized. I think that on a team competing with Dirkos Atlas and, picks matched, coaching staff, goaltending, now that he's on a better team, now that he's sitting here and he's more willing and able to actually get down and be dirty and put work in for a team that respects him, his goalie's not arguing with him. Our players aren't arguing with each other. They're not fighting each other. I think that he sees that he has a home here, and I don't think that he's going anywhere, and I'm really happy to have him here. He's breaking records. He broke Camilla Telesal's record just a couple days ago, and today, I'm sure he's going to put a couple more goals and assists on the board, and we're going to see a fantastic game here today.
Conversely, how do you feel the Vortex's victory against you last season has impacted the Crown's style of play and overall strategy? You've talked in the past about what you've taken away from your own loss to them, but what did you take away from them?
I think we took a lot of things away. I think that we took away, most importantly, that we can't expect to be the best. We can be the best team offensively or defensively or in the net, maybe on the bench, in the coaching staff, sure, maybe in the minor league, but you can't have everything. And you're not going to be perfect. You're going to take losses. And I think, everyone who gets to the finals, you grind away 3-4 months of your life, practices constantly, games constantly, you watch videos and you learn and you adapt what you learn and you play it. And, I think when you get to the finals, you have heartbreak if you're not the one going home with, Lord Pulowa. And so I think we learned most importantly from them that losing's okay to some extent. It's going to happen and it can't crush you. And I think that if we took season 2 Crowns, we put them in the same situation as we did today where they're down 2 games, I don't think we would have come back and, won that third one. I think we would have been done for the season. I think that we would have been too demotivated under last season's leadership. But I think we have a great captain here on the Crowns. I think we have a good alternate captain in Bedera Lyon, and I think that we have an exceptional crew who just wants to get the job done and bring home the cup once more. And I think losing is a good sign that you are battle tested and you're forged by fire. And I think that we as a group are definitely ready for that now.
What's your overall feeling about the streak now that it's over? How do you look back on it, and how do your players look back on it?
Yeah, I mean, of course, any coach wants to be able to say, yeah, we didn't lose a single game all season. That's pretty good on a resume, and I think a lot of teams would want coaches like that. I think a lot of players would love to be able to play under a team such as ours who went undefeated in the regular season. So I think that, I think that's an exceptional feat. Yeah, it's bittersweet. It's good that, it went on as long as it did. 12 games is a really good, it's a AHI record. That's never happened before. It's double the last undefeated record. So it's not at all, yeah, sure, it sucks, but I'm happy that it's happened. And I think you just have to look at the fact that, the whole smile because it happened, don't cry because it's over type of situation. And I'm just, looking forward to do it again. And we'll try again next season. And we're going to finish this one so far and get, 4 more wins. And that's all we need.
After your 5-3 loss in Game 4, reports came out that you unceremoniously demoted Katrina Lyon to the Blues. Talk us through your thought process in doing that.
I wouldn't call it a demotion, not whatsoever. I don't think Katrina Lyon is a demoted player. She's an exceptional goaltender. She's really good at her job. When you have her on the ice, you think that she has full confidence in everything. She's ready to fight. She's ready to win for your team. And I think that she's an exceptional goaltender. We saw her in the national championship. She did well for Rosberg. Last season in Kyiv, she did fantastic against the winners. The Vortex, she did a really good job holding them at bay. So I think she's a fantastic goaltender. It's not a demotion at all. I just think that she needs some more time developing in the Blues, and I think the Blues really need her to help alongside the rest of their team and just, try their best to win and try their best to lock in, try to get the Memorial Cup and, help out the team. So that's what we have to do, and I think that she's the best woman for the job.
And then after, you reportedly called up Zavare Vlay to take her place. What can you confirm about that? Is it true? And if so, why did you pick him?
Yeah, we did tell Vlay that he's going to be in net occasionally for the Crowns. He won't be on the AHMI roster for now anyways. For the Pulowa Cup, I know that we can play minor leaguers in both the playoffs and the colors, but for now he's dressed in orange instead of blue, and he's going to make a fine addition to our goaltending tandem right now and on the Blues in the future, or to any team that drafts him. He's an exceptional goaltender. You watch him in practice, you watch him in colors games, he knows what he's doing, he's alert, he's ready to fight, he's ready to win, and he's a critical asset and a critical piece of the team and the organization. So I guess the better answer would be, why didn't we pick him sooner? He's a fantastic person, and I'm really happy to see him wearing the crown at all.
One final question. You're having a much harder time in the semifinals this season than you did last season. When you look at the ESTOS conference, what stands out about those teams in comparison to what you're dealing with now, and who do you think will be standing across the ice from you at the finals?
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult, series. I think that the league has a much better level of parity. Obviously we went undefeated in this season, which is, it's kind of hard to argue that in comparison to season 1 or 2, but you take season 2, there were some pretty weak teams. You have the Vortex and the Crowns doing relatively well, but the Lions did poorly for most of the season, and the Crusaders as well. And I think in season 1, that's, kind of the same. Maybe a couple of teams switched here and there, but the more important bit is that now we have 6 teams. I think that the talent is dispersed a little bit more. And so a lot more teams are, taking the extra step to be more competitive, fight harder, make the playoffs. I know the Bolts worked their asses off to try to get here tonight. And I hope that they understand the gravity of the situation that they're in. And, one more loss tonight and they're out of the playoffs, and it's the end of the trip for them. So you just have to work hard and get through it. And I'm happy that they're an opponent for us. And I think that the West has exciting opportunities in store, regardless of, who's going across the ice for us in the finals. If it's a Jasia, then, I'm very excited to take on Dirk and get that revenge, I guess, for the city and for the team. But if it's Belbada as well, I think that we're going to have a relatively good opportunity to remind people why we went on our undefeated streak. And I think that we have an opportunity to show the league and show the world that we are ready to take this challenge on, and Crowns are on top. Thank you all. Thank you very much. That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
He shoots. He scores! Kirk goes on the breakaway. Scores! The king is dead! Welcome, one and all, to the historic Robert Lyon Center, the Empire's first and oldest Hoquenna Stadium. Tonight, our home team looks to tie the ESTOS Conference Finals once again and take this series to a climactic 7th game. Tonight, with His Imperial Majesty and Hoquenna fans from around the world as witness, The boys in black and gold are ready to do what they've always done best, the unthinkable. So, without further ado, please give it up for your Prus Tella Bolts!
Tragedy, concession, the necessity of living with the consequences under pressure.
Please rise and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem.
Solgaros terrirno pornos, disco mariros divene ioner pro, pecuare via mar passusumus, oh mar proteges, eso terra chuasi, chude di paiso sabra le seposo, dismera feor merro de los comarir, disfiso lega por fami fornir. Amfanti, elai bene, ito terri rosiru verdis perros, gidiri protegirse i toro zene, i brandir di sabre la tara de sterra, isso disma sompro marredo unir, roser legerai mir, i disma sompro marredo unir, roser legerai mir.
It's do or die here tonight at the Robert Lyon Center, and it is going to be a very exciting game for the Sarovia Crowns, who need just one more win to advance to the Pulowa Cup Finals. 3 seasons, 3 chances. Can it be 3 Pulowa Cup final appearances in a row? And the teams are ready. And we have an exciting game today. Swords in at center. Jerome Kane is going to battle there with Muccelli, and won by the Crowns. Sent into the Crown zone, bottom corner now. Sablé sends it towards the blue, kept in there. Now in on goal, and Lyon gets it towards Kane. Gets that towards the red line now. Jerome Kane chips it off the boards. Here comes Jerome Kane, center and pass that goes nowhere. Matos Kane holds it in the zone. Euros battling there for him. Celebros trying to get it away, and McConnell is able to swat it to the top of the bold zone. Matos Kane trying to get it towards Jerome. Offside now, and the Crowns come back onside as Blade makes a good hit there at the red line. Jerome Kane chips that in on goal. Thrown away by McConnell. Sent up and not sent back towards the Crowns blue. Euro Celebros with a shot blocked by Matos Kane. Here comes Kane, pass towards Jerome, who can't get a hold of it. Now sent in by Celebros. Chasing now is Kane. Scrum in the bottom zone of the Bolts, and that's sent all the way up. Jerome waiting for on the blue line. Here comes Fazio on the ice for play. Shot there. Gone wide. Still in the zone now. Fazio trying to get a shot. Shot there. Saved by McConnell. Rebound. Scores! And the Crowns take an early lead. Just over 1 minute in the first. The That's going to be the 33rd goal against Mikhail Makana this season. He's stopped a record-breaking 224 shots on goal in his rookie season, and he has an amazing track record in the league. Well, we have a swords in at center ice, and the Crowns today are sporting some never-seen-before away jerseys. This is the first time this team has wore these jerseys before. They do not feature the stripe along the chest that the home jerseys do, making them the only jersey in the AHI who is not just color, is the difference between home and away. Fazo gets that in the neutral zone, sent back down towards Fazo, who gets that past the blue, chipped in on goal there, and that's going to be a glove save for Bedera Lion to the right of the net. Lions had a good postseason so far, 2 shutouts in 6 games today, and this may be her third if she's able to hold on for another 16 minutes or so. Swords in, and Jerome Kane with an easy draw, kept in by the Bolts though, shot there, and Fazo is able to chip that. Here comes Fazo on a break, and that's sent wide to the Bolts goal. That's going to be a stoppage of play there, I think, but no referee is going to halt it. Now Sap Blaze sends it south and can't get past Celebros, who chips it into the ground zone. Now sent back across the red. Matos Kane trying to get it in on goal. Fazo with the opportunity, and that just hits off the pads of Mikhail Makana. Shot there by Kane, got in the way, and that's going to be a glove save. And there's going to be no whistle though. Here it comes the other way. Fazo with a shot that rings off the post, and he sends the rebound wide of the goal. Now Matos Kane trying to get it towards the goal. Blay gets it away. Brought into the Crowns top zone. 5:45 on the clock. Sap Blay in the top corner, and that's going to get out of play and over the boards. And some physical back and forth between the captains here. This game is only going to get more and more physical as the Bolts continue to trail by 1. It's an easy win to get rid of, an easy lead to expire. But nevertheless, Crowns up by 1. Swords in, Jerome Kane takes the draw with Denalaway Olos, won there by the Crowns, sent back to Lion in front of the goal, hits the post, and that's going to be another attempted save of there, and there's a hit on Bedera Lion, and I think that's going to be Euros Celebros who takes that penalty. And so we are heading to the Bolts top corner to the right of Mikhail Makana. Jerome Kane is going to take the draw with Alisaros Muchelli opposite him. Swords in. Kane wins the draw cleanly back. Matos Kane sends it in on a goal, hits the post. Rebound, hits the post again. And Matos Kane's able to keep it in the zone. Fazo approaching towards Fazo. Fazo sends it south. Opportunity, Fazo, bad angle, scores! And he's done it again. 2-0 Sarholm. And the crowd is going nuts today. This is one of the bigger crowds we've seen in a while. And it's definitely divided here. We have plenty of Crowns fans. I see jerseys in orange. I see Bolts fans and colors in yellow. Lots of chants going both ways. Crowd is definitely louder in favor of the Crowns here at the Bolts home arena. And off the draw, clean, he pulled back by the Bolts, and Sapley can't get it past. Here come the Bolts on a break there, and a good double save by the Crown defense is able to get that. And that's a good stoppage of play right there, and another glove save by Bedera Lion. Holds that in close to her chest. The Crowns definitely have a newfound jump to their step after 2 exceptional goals here tonight, as well as getting, for the first time in a long time this series, a lead off the bat. They've been trailing for a lot of these games. They've been a little weak off the draw. And there goes Jerome Kane, who wins the faceoff cleanly back to Sat Blais, who takes that behind the goal now. Sent south. Blais off the goal, and Lyon makes the glove save just in the nick of time. And there is a hit there by Fazo and Blais, trying to knock the Bolts away from trying to shoot a puck late into the net. We have a draw now to the right of Lyon. Celebros is going to take that draw, and this is a new thing this Bolts team is doing. They're rotating who's taking these faceoffs. Bolts are able to keep it in the zone, though, and that's sent right next to the goal. Lyon with a great save, and that's sent wide. Sent back in front of the goal. Euros hits it, rings it off the post, and Lyon with a good rebound gets it in the neutral zone. Now Kane's able to bring it all the way back to the Bolts. Muccelli struggling to get a hold of it. Fazo can't clean it in. Now behind the goal is Kane, takes advantage of it now. Jerome Kane to Cucho Fazo when he can't hold it in. Crowns offside. Muccelli's able to get that past the red line, but he sends it right back into his own zone. Now Fazo tries to get the backhand, taken by the Bolts. Jerome Kane on the line change now, and McConnell gets that in the neutral zone. Chipped in is Kane. Cusco Fazo with opportunity shot. Great save, McConnell. Now in the bottom corner, Fazo battling with Celebros. Kane past the Fazo. Fazo can't get the shot off, deflected with traffic in front. Euro still battling with Kane, sent towards the blue. Fazo keeps it in momentarily, but that's sent back towards Jerome. Gone wide as Bolts, who can now send it wide of the goal. Battle between Kane and Muccelli. Jerome Kane takes advantage of it in the top corner now. Centering pass, gone wide. Here comes the Bolts. Intercepted by the Crowns and neutral zone. Sent towards Jerome Kane. He gets that towards Matos Kane. And he chips that into the zone. Sent away from the goal by Aolo. Cycling behind the goal is Euro Celebros. Matty Kane trying to get it towards Captain Clutch. Can't do it. And that's going to fly out of the zone and out of play. The Crowns are dominating shots on goal today, 9-4. And of course, the score is 2-0 in favor of the Crowns. We have 3:16 on the clock today, but that is still plenty of time for this half to have a lead extended or cut down entirely. Every single Bolts player since their reconstruction of their team has been on the board points-wise. They need to just hold a little further. Sent in by Fazo, takes it a good opportunity. Can't put it in though, and that's sent all the way back towards blue. Fazo with a shot that hits off the post, and that's sent out of the zone by the Bolts. Brought right back in. Celebros battling with Kane. Kane doing some big physical damage there, and Fazo holds it in at the bottom. Sent out towards the blue in front of the goal. Empty net there, and that's a good glove save by McConnell, able to swat it away. McConnell makes a good secondary glove save, and that one catches the attention of the official, and we're going to have a whistle called. .239 in the first. And Lyon's having a breakout season. This is statistically her best season. She is, across the board, 88.9%, 98%. The percentage her best in a single season so far, if she can hold it up. Then South and Fazo can't get it in on goal, thrown away. Bolts now take advantage of it. Celebros sends it behind the goal. Kane on for Jerome Kane, Matty with a pick in the corner. Chasing now. Fazo on the blue line. Then towards the blue, Fazo can't clear it. Sent away by Muccelli, and Sat Blais sends it in on goal, and Fazo swats it away from Lyon. Now sent back in towards the blue line, Matty Kane. Fazo gets stuck there on Blais and sent back in the neutral zone. Bypasses the Bolt. Shot there, rings off the post, and there's no one to put it in at the front door. Sent back in by the Bolts by accident. Shot Fazo hits the post again. Sent in the neutral zone. Then past the red line, and Blade gets it towards Matty Kane. Dumped in by the Bolts as Celebros takes advantage of the turnover in the neutral zone. Here comes Matty Kane. And that's sent back towards Kane off a intercepted stick. 140 pass to Fazo. Can't get it in though, and that's sent out of the zone. Matty, center and back. Fazo hits the post. He just got robbed by Makana, and there goes the Crowns trying to get possession once more. Fazo holds it in, but it's sent out off the poke check of Muccelli. Now in the Crown zone, they're getting stuck on each other all sorts of places here today. That's another get stuck on as your own Kane stuck on Fazo, and again he does it again for the third time. And that's going to be a whistle as Lyon is able to net that and get the zone cleared and a little bit of breathing room for the Crowns. 13 shots on goal to 4, and Sap Blade's going to head onto the ice after a successful shift by Matos Kane. Kane's had a great season so far himself. He's 20 goals, a career high with the Crowns, 9 assists for a total of 49 points. He's just one shy of his first 50-point season in AHI history. Bolts get that past the red, and that's gotten close to the Crowns blue line and then sent all the way in. And across the line, here comes Jerome. Jerome on a break there, and that's a good glove save. No whistle though, and we're still in. And brought all the way back to Lyon, who tries to make a glove save there, but the whistle is not called. Chipped all the way in front of the goal, and Fazo brings it off the post again. Zap play, pass to Fazo. Fazo shoots, a great save by Makana, and he gets the glove save in the nick of time and robs Fazo of a hat trick early on in the first. And the Crowns seem unhappy that that's going to be no goal called there, and a hit by Makana on Fazo. And I think he's kind of shocked that's not a goal. It was definitely a little iffy. That net came down a little early. Nevertheless, Crowns on the ice are the Kane brothers and Cusco Fazo, who's taking a wide stance up top of the crease. Draw there between Celebros and Kane. That's won by the Crowns. Fazo can't get there, stuck on Matos Kane, but he stops an attack coming the other way, and now we're back in the Bolt zone. Pass to Fazo. Fazo shoots and it's saved off the blocker of Makana. Brought behind the goal now. Kane going to go get it. Fazo coming down to assist. Staying a little wide though, and Fazo holds it in. Shot on goal. Sent back in the neutral zone. Kane's able to keep it in momentarily, but it's brought the other way. Kane, some good defensive positioning here tonight. Definitely impressive work, and the Bolts come towards the Crowns blue, and that's sent in on a goal and a glove save by Badera Lyon with 2 seconds in the first. And I think the official is going to call that this is the end of the first half with only 2 seconds on the clock, and this will be added in to the second.
I wanna love you, I wanna make you mine. Would you lay it on the line? Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line. Don't waste my time.
These days, there's just so much noise. But with Strata, you unlock Sarovia's premier social media platform. Buy Strata today. Stay connected.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have an exciting back-and-forth game here tonight, and while both teams analyze their mistakes in the locker room, discuss new strategies, or push to continue their respective successes, we want to talk about them in a brand new segment here at CTS. I know we're not Don and Rory, but I think we have something to offer here.
What's on the table, Rufos?
Welcome to Rufos' Whiteboard. I know, I get a segment named all after myself. We're going to be taking a few plays from the playoffs so far, 3 to be precise, and talking about what went right and what went wrong. We're partnered with the SE and HC Hoquenna Management course for this segment, available to coaches, managers, and players alike, each for 15,000 SR. A hefty price for over 10,000 words of content, and plenty of small tips and tricks for running a Hoquenna team, and a bit of composition and strategy dumped in there as well.
Let's get on the go then, Rufos. I love it. What's first?
Our first play of the day is this play from a previous game in the West. A Belbada Legion goal and a great pass. Constant pressure by Robert Lyon is able to get this puck into the bottom corners in the Ajasia zone. Right in the slot and in the net. Arrows, start us off.
It's a beautiful play, really, and it shows that Sukitos Permara has some significant talent and understanding of the puck. It's also telling that the Legion bought that Hoquenna management courses and are now putting in some beautiful breakthroughs in strategy and tactics. Lyon chases it, and he's putting in the time and the effort to get this puck to his teammates. The Legion don't have an effective triangle strategy here. They're in the middle of a broken triangle. Look at their positioning and where they are. We don't have much of a reason here, and that's where a lot of Hoquenna players go from good to elite. They move with a purpose. Everywhere they go with a purpose, and that isn't on display right here at all.
But it does get resolved, and it amounts in a goal. Look at this centering pass. Permara knows where it's going to go. It might as well be a set play, and they may have practiced this one a lot. He can't get the perfect pass, so he uses angles and gets the ricochets to get that right on the tape of Permara's stick, and there's nobody in the league, not even McConna or Lyon, who's stopping such a good pass. It's a perfect play, a plus from me.
So if the Admiral's goaltender can't stop that, how do you stop it?
Better defensive plays all around. That's it. You got to make some solid defensive strategies. The Hoquenna course recommends that when you're in your own defensive zone, you want to convert. Your winger is playing further away from the action, and your center and defenseman both transition to full-time defense. You need someone blocking the slot. You know, that open spot right here in the middle of the rink where Permara takes that shot, and that's the winger's job. There's no Admiral here to stop that play. They're crowding around the net, and that can work some for some teams, but clearly not the Admirals, who have been lacking defensively all series. Recently, worse than normal. The Admirals need to actually get the puck out of the zone and quickly.
Let's talk about number 2, that game-tying clutch goal by the Crowns captain Cusco Fazo. Honestly, a lot of C's in that name and title. The Bolts were winning all game, essentially. The Crowns never had a single second in the entire game where they were in the lead, since the game obviously ends with an overtime goal. The Bolts are sending the puck back their own zone for what appears to be a natural mishap redirect to Macaulay McConna. That's natural. It happens. And it should be a clean clear and the Bolts go back to the attack. Instead, it's picked up and Fazo is able to put it in the goal with a spinorama game-saving goal late in the second half. Eros, your thoughts?
What a beautiful goal. It's not a precise shot. It's not beating the goalie. It's not a tic-tac-toe play that gets the Crowns tied. It's not a snipe, nor is an own goal based on luck. It's a pure, calculated, intelligent play by the captain. I love it.
I love it too, Eros, and I want to set the scene. Crowns on the verge of a comeback. They're playing good defense here with Vlay and Kane on the ice alongside with Faso. There's a battle in the neutral zone. The Crowns' pressure is able to throw the puck back to the Bolts, who throw it on their own goal. Look at the positioning of these players. It's a little crowded. It's a little everywhere. There's not many formations. A lot of the players are chasing the puck. It's chaos. And as soon as it goes back, you see that lightning-quick decision by Captain Clutch as the crowd's commentator. I think his name is what? Yakos Macaulay? Cusco comes in, and he chases it. And here's where the tactics play out just beautifully. Instead of stopping, you can swing your stick and stop abruptly on the ice. The sword trick, as some coaches call it. You can try to run the net and try to hit it in, but knowing McConaughey's excellent defensive plays all around, day in, day out, standing on his head, instead of running the net or taking a shot, he's not aiming for the puck. He's aiming for where it's going to go. He knows Hoquenna is going to beat him to the punch. He knows Hoquenna is going to get a shot off before he gets there. So instead of aiming for the ball directly, he's aiming for the net, particularly that bottom post. And so the shot goes off, he intercepts it, and he's able to spin, backhand, top shelf, right past Hoquenna and use the force of the ricochet off his body and off his stick to slide it past the pads of Hoquenna, and the game is tied, and we're heading to OT.
It's a beautiful play. We have just one more tonight, and it's not beautiful, nor is it exciting, but it's such a core element of Hoquenna that we have to talk about it. The dump and wait. I want to open up this clip, and if you guys don't mind, I'm going to fangirl about this tactic myself, all right? So watch this play. It happens every game. It happens every half. It happens every minute, but nobody seems to know how to do it. You have a player, Matty Kane, Sap Vlay, Alisaros Nuarum, Maros Leon, Nix Fazo, whoever it is, they're on the rush. If they're rushing on the top right, they can't get above the puck in order to shoot it down.
Though there are ways to do it, but difficult.
Very true, DJ, but in general, right? They can't get above the puck to shoot it down on goal. If they're rushing on the bottom, they can't get below it to shoot it up on goal. You might have a breakaway or maybe just on the rush. So if you can't put it on goal, what's the plan?
The dump and wait.
The dump and wait, ladies and gentlemen. You get to the blue line and you dump that puck into the opposing defensive zone and you wait. You don't have to retrieve it. Not always. Sometimes you know it has some benefits. If you're stuck and you really need to get that puck out of a pickle, let the other guy do it for you.
Hell, sometimes you can try and get it to bounce off the wall. Then you've really got it unstuck. Plays have often been made by that, and sometimes even full-on goals.
Absolutely, but look, I can talk about these plays forever. Be sure to see even more on future editions of Rufos's whiteboard. For now, though, let's turn back to the ice. Puck drop is about to start in the second half. Let's see if history is made.
Hear the city sing its old sweet song. Life's a gamble, come on, what's your name? Let's go on a date to a Crowns game. Home, the city's alive tonight. Brass in the air and the stars shining bright.
Time.
14 shots on goal for the Crowns, and they lead by 2 here at RLC against the Cruz Telebolts in a must-win game for the boys in black and yellow. It's going to be a hard game to win with only 4 shots on goal here after half a game has expired. But the Bolts have some enthusiastic fans here today. Crowd is definitely here in favor of the Sarovia Crowns, at least in the second half. And a lot of these loud Bolts fans are stunned by the performance laid out by the home team tonight. Swords in. One there by the Crowns, nice and easy. That's muscled away by your own Canes, able to get that in on goal, and that's stopped by Donalo. Rebound gotten away by Hoquenna, and a good glove save is going to stop that. And we're going to have a face-off in the Bolts zone. Great stick handling and tactical maneuvering there by Jerome Kane. They will get that not once but twice in on goal and put some shots on goal for the Crowns. Any shot on goal is a chance, and something just might happen. Crowns just need one more win. Face off again. Jerome Kane sends it back to Matos, and that's sent wide of the goal. Maddie going in for it now. Trying to battle for it, sent towards the blue line. Bolts finally clear it. To Blay, back to Maddie. Here come the Bolts down south, and that's a good save by Binera Lyon. She swats it away. Blay hitting some shots there, sent towards the blue. Tic-tac-toe, and the Bolts get it out, but it's sent right back in by Tanalawe Olos. And that's going to be a glove save by Binera Lyon. She gets that nice and with a hit there by Fazo, trying to hit the puck after the whistle's been blown. And so Maddie Kane's now on the ice for the Crowns. Fans are slowly getting more and more loud here today at the Robert Lyon Center, the home and the original birthplace of Hoquenna, which in just 3 days will be the 1-year anniversary of Hoquenna, March 10th, where a game between the Sartland Crowns and the Prus Lions were held at this identical arena, though it looked a lot different back in those days. Fazo on the ice now for the Crowns, and Maddie Kane gets that past the blue line. Here comes Fazo, and he chips that in on goal. Opportunity sent wide by Aolos. Now Fazo puts it into the top corner. Maddie goes to retrieve. Towards Fazo, and he chips it right back in. Euro Celebro sends it towards the blue, and that's sent south. Maddie Kane can't get there fast enough in time, but it's sent back in on goal. Then up, Fazo holds it in. Fazo shoots, and he's a little late on the release there. Sent into the neutral zone at the logo. Bolts bringing across the blue line. Maddie's there laying some big hits and is brought the other way. Now in the Bolt zone. Maddie shot on goal. Centering pass, Fazo. Oh, and the ball just lags and gets away from him. That could have been a perfect opportunity to extend the lead there, and the captain Shirley's kicking himself now. Jerome Kane, huge hit by Fazo at the blue line. Maddie Kane trying to get it towards the captain. Shot there, and Jerome Kane can't get a hold of it. Now brought in the Crown zone. Centering pass goes out in the neutral zone. Fazo chips it back into the Bolt zone. McConaughey in the neutral. Jerome Kane stops it from going further than that, and that's sent back towards the red. Fazo sending it south. No one's there to get it, though. Sent back to Muccelli, and Fazo's able to get it away, and Maddie Kane takes the good pass at the Crown's blue. Now at the logo. Dumped away by Muccelli. Then Jerome Kane gets it to Cusco Fazo, gets it to Maddie Kane, and he sends it on goal. Maddie Kane! Oh, what a great pass by Maddie Kane, and Fazo is able to just barely get a hold of it, but he's unable to get it past Mikhail McConnor at the doorstep. It's that mind-reading ability that Maddie Kane has that is able to get the Crowns so many good goals. It only says that he has 9 assists. And he's already had one today, so let's add it and say 10. But it's not just the assist, the formal assist where it has to go from one person to the other. It's all the plays that he's making. It's the passes, it's the bounces, it's all the chances he is creating and the chaos he's creating. And it gets him this perfect opportunity. Won cleanly by the Crowns, but it goes out of the zone. Now centering pass, shot. Here goes Fazo, tap and scores! Hat trick for the captain, Fazo! He does it for a 3rd time tonight. Crowns lead 3-0 in an elimination game against the Bolts. And some stoic faces here for the Crowns coaching staff. Zord's in at center, and Vlay is going to take the face-off against Alasaros Muccelli. And Vlay wins that back to Matty Kane, and he gets that past the red line. Chipped in by the Bolts defense, and in on goal. Lyon with a great save, but rebound scores! And the Bolts are able to cut the deficit 3-1. A fantastic save by Bidera Lyon, and she's just unable to be two places at once. That was a complete systematic breakdown. There's a fight, abs on her ice. Matty Kane battling Muccelli at the red line. Matty gets a hit there. Uppercut against Muccelli coming down to the bottom. Matty trying to get a hit off once more. Muccelli shoots and has a fight there, and a knockout for Matty Kane. And that's going to send both of them off. And Matty Kane is getting hit there, and Fazio joining in, defending his teammate after the fight. He backs off. Now Matty's going to fight, and he's saying don't insult his goaltender. Apparently Muccelli had some words against Bidera Lyon for calling him ugly, and the captain is definitely proud of that, and so is the coach. That's exactly what this team needs, is to set the tone nice and early. You can't do that. If you do that, you're gonna get the box. And this is gonna be an excellent opportunity for the Crowns, as they're gonna play 3-on-2 because the Bolts don't have anyone to replace the fallen Muccelli. And so the Crowns head to the power play.
With 5 minutes.
Set into the Crown zone by Celebros. Fazio's unable to hold it away.
72.
Blay sent that south, and she goes to get it now. Trying to get it away, and she cycles behind the goal. Scrum in front of the puck, but that's sent loose now, and Blay can't hold it in.
5 minutes.
Trying to get out of the zone. Shot there. Glued! What a great save! What a fantastic save by Bidera Lyon. Point blank. Another one. Save again. Gotten wide. Fazio, he sends it right back in on goal. Bad positioning by the captain. Blay to the blue, kept in by the Bolts. Sent away. Fazio trying to get a breakaway pass here. Gets it towards Fazio. Here comes Jerome. 2-on-0. Jerome shoots. Scores! Power play goal for Jerome Kane. There's still plenty of time here tonight, but it's not looking good for the Prus Telebolts. The Crowns are up 4-1 at the end of half of the second. And Cusco Fazio is going to not help out with that goal. The goal is going to be credited to Sap Vlay with the assist, and Jerome Kane for the goal, but he has 44 goals this season alongside a shorthanded one, making him the best goal scorer in a single season in AHI history, and a good save by Lyon. Stonewalled at the blue. Now Vlay trying to get that past the red. Sent all the way back in. Donalo Aolos rattles that off the side of the cage, and here comes Fazio, and he knocks down Aolos. Towards the Lyon, and she's going to get that glove save, even though it's sent all the way in the neutral zone, and shot there by your own Kane a little late. He didn't see the whistle. The Crowns get ready for the face-off here. And they form a defensive position at the corner. And Jerome Kane heads off for Matty Kane. Tynan's getting desperate for the Prus Telebolts. They may want to consider with 2 minutes left. Not yet, but soon, pulling their goaltender, unfortunately. Mikhail McConaughey is the one thing keeping that team going and keeping it alive. Swords in. Vlay taking the face off. Vlay wins that nice and clean, and that's out of the zone. Bolts offside. Backed in on goal. Vlay, the big hit at the blue line, is able to chip that pass. Now it's in on goal. Shot on McConaughey, makes a good save. Matty Kane's able to hold it in the zone. Muccelli towards the blue. Fazio shoots. Scores! And that goes off of Euros Celebros, where Cusco Flazo is able to hit him to hit his own puck and go into the net. What a beautiful goal by the Crowns captain. Four minutes in the second, Crowns up by 4. The score is 5-1. And it seems the Bolts have lost that spark that kept them competitive throughout a lot of this series. Some talk between the players there, and it's won by the Crowns. Fausto was able to get that at the red line there and chip it all the way back across the boards. Fausto towards Kane, sent back towards Matty Kane at the logo now, sent to the bottom. Then Aleolos beaten there by Matty Kane, gotten away. Fausto sends it back on accident, sent back into the Crown zone. Yaron Kane off the boards, can't clear. Tries again, this time he does. Sent right back in off the back of Fausto. Bad position at the wrong time. Matty Kane can't get it out. Finally cleared. Bolts send it back in on goal. Fausto way out of position and makes a good save by Yaron Kane. Is able to get that block away from Lyon. Backing up goal. Rebound. Oh, what a great save. Not today by Bedera Lyon. Now we're in the neutral zone. I'm still reeling from that fantastic play, and we're back to the red. Sent back towards Euro. Celebros to get that into the zone. Uccelli can't hold it. Back in front of the goal. Yaron Kane towards the logo. Sent away. Yaron Kane. Pass. Goes nowhere. Sent in on goal by Eolos. Rebound. Shot. Another one. Rebound. Saved by Lyon again. Back in. Scores on the rebound. Jammed in by Euro Celebros at the crease. And the Bolts have 3 more goals to climb to survive the Pulowa Cup semifinal. Swords in at the logo, and it's won by the Crowns again. Muscled away from center ice by Yaron Kane, who takes a shot on goal, and McConnell gets a nice glove save. Nice and early. Then back towards the blue, and Sapley and the Crowns playing a little bit of an accidental tic-tac-toe, and the face-off is going to be at the bottom of the Bolt zone. This crowd has definitely been rowdy, but what's been on more fire recently is Bedera Lyon. Yes, she's broke the streak, but a 90 or an 89 save percentage is her best in the entirety of her AHI career. She's lighting it up in the playoffs, and she's showing to her team that she's willing to go the extra mile and help them out the same way they are going to help her out. And she's facing a lot more shots in the second. Fausto with an opportunity and rings off the post. Can't keep it in, though, and Yaron Kane's able to dump it further into the Bolts' territory. Battle on the blue there. Donaldo Eolos and the captain fighting. Yaron Kane with some big puck battles behind the goal. Uccelli gets it. The time is running out. Finally cleared, and Vlade's going to send it right back in. Euro Celebros sends it further than that. Top Bolts zone. 2 minutes on the clock. Yaron Kane's doing a fantastic job stalling and keeping time ticking down for the Crowns. A great strategy here. Fausto holds it a win momentarily. Now Vlade gets a hold of it and sends it past the blue. Yaron Kane chips it in. Yaron Kane can't get the centering pass. Fausto was wide open. Still battling there, and the puck's kept in by Kane. Fausto waiting at the doorstep, holds it in momentarily. Opportunity for Yaron, and it's sent wide of the goal. Then towards the blue, Fausto chips it in once more. Bolts cannot get it out of their zone right now. This has been over a minute and a half of pure dominance for the Crowns. Bolts finally clear it. Here come the other way. Euro Celebros gets denied, and that's sent next to the goal. Sapley gets a hold of it. Next to the goal, and Lyon with a glove save. Rebound, and knocked away by Mucelli, who does not respect the net again, and Fazio has some heavy words there for him. Words in the form of a fist and a stick. And this crowd is getting really loud, knowing that just a minute and 8 seconds away, the Crowns will advance to the Pulowa Cup Finals for the third consecutive season. Swords in the Crown zone. Sapley takes the face-off and pulls it back to Matty Kane. Matty Kane trying to get it out. Stuck on him now. Sent back behind the goal. Now next to the goal line with a good save, and that's sent out with a good slide by Matty Kane. Sapley with a good save there, and Lyon's going to make another glove save right next to the goal. 50 seconds. And the crowd is definitely swelling. It's louder than I have heard it for quite a while, and this isn't even the Sarhone Gardens. Swords in, and there's some trash talk by Cusco Fazio against the Bolts, especially against Mucelli, who he has quite a bit of beef with. Jerome Kane backing on goal. Lyon with a great save. Turned aside by Badera. Lyon sent in the neutral zone. Fazio opportunity shot saved by McConna. 35 seconds in the half now. Matty Kane to Fazio. Fazio can't get there in time. Blocked by Mucelli. Jerome Kane digging for it. 25 seconds. Crowd is going crazy. The bench is jumping up and down. Jerome Kane brings it back in on goal. Crowns offside. Matty Kane center and pass. Knocked away by McConna. Crowns back onside. Fazio tries to get another one there. McConna shot off the post. Cusco rocked again. 6 seconds towards the blue. They can't do it. 3, 2, 1. And the Crowns have won. The Crowns have won. The Crowns are going to the Pulowa Cup final. They finally caught lightning in a bottle. And the Crowns have won the game and the series 5-2. Game 6. And the Crowns have the opportunity to make AHI history. And the crowd is just roaring with energy tonight. This is amazing to watch. And His Imperial Majesty must be so excited and so happy with this team and what they've been able to accomplish this season. An undefeated 12-game win streak. A Witcher Classic Heritage Series game. And we're going to have a shake, or handshake, at center ice, and Fazio shakes it there with Mikhail McConna. The Bolts captain Mucelli has left. Outrage, it seems, and Olomeolos takes the face-off, takes the handshake there with Fazio. Sapley. And this is excellent example of sportsmanship here tonight. This is exactly what it means to be a Hoquenna player. You salute your players, you fight for them. And after everything is said and done, all the trash talk, all of the heartbreak, you tell them good job, and I'll see you next season. And this is exactly what the Crowns are doing with their most formidable opponent yet in Season 3. What a game tonight, folks. And the Crowns will advance to the Pulowa Cup Finals against the Ajaccia Admirals or the Bellevada Legion in due time. Tonight's 3 stars are Cusco Fazio with 4 goals, Sapley with 1 assist, and Jerome Kane with a goal and an assist today. All 3 players have done spectacular in securing the Crowns moving ahead to the Pulowa Cup Finals. The final score, 5-2 in favor of the Crowns, and the Bolts are eliminated from the Pulowa Cup playoffs. Only time can tell who the Crowns will face, or Lord Pulowa.
I wanna love you, I wanna make you mine. Would you lay it on the line? Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line. Don't waste my time.
Well, everyone, welcome back to the postgame show. The ESTOS Conference Finals are officially over, and with 4 victories to Prus Tellis 2, the Sarhome Crowns are in the Pulowa Cup Finals for the 3rd time as your 339 ESTOS Conference champions.
Man, already this team just keeps farming accolades. The Trophy Unos, the Trophy Asal, the Trophy Manalo, the season championship, and now their conference championship.
Not to mention the streak.
This is a team that's built to kill. The Bolts gave them a challenge, to be sure. 2 back-to-back losses that ended that very streak, and then rubbed salt in the wound to boot. But now the Bolts have 2 fresh back-to-back losses, and the Crowns are going to the finals.
These guys got their mojo back. Plain and simple. They found themselves. During the streak, the Crowns thought they were on top of the world. They thought nobody could beat them. But that's just not how things work in this sport or in life. Sooner or later you take a loss, and it's what happens after. Especially when it destroys a streak like theirs, that defines you. It's how you get back up.
For sure, Eros. And the Crowns definitely took a while to get back up. But I think tonight they definitely did.
I'll say, look at the players. Listen, just look at the players, man. Matty the Hattie and his brother are both back. I said a loss may break their confidence, and at first it seemed like it did. But it didn't. They gave everything they had. They fought like hell. Holy Stefanos, the passing tonight. And don't even get me started on Sap Blay. That kid was a wall. She held it down in defense. The Crowns machine in general was turning again like it had never stopped.
And then you have Cusco Faso.
Where do I even begin? Like I said, if you want to win, you need adversity. You need to struggle. You need heartbreak. This guy had it. He got himself suspended. He couldn't even watch his team lose because he was barred from the arena. Then he comes back with a vengeance.
He still played a little rusty that first game back.
Oh, well, we all get rusty sometimes.
I don't want to hear it. That's complete bullcrap. So he shot the puck the wrong way a couple times. So he got stuck on a few people. That takes 2 to tango. Don't forget all the goals he scored. And did he play rusty today? Well, did he?
He definitely didn't today. If the Crowns got their mojo back in general tonight, Cusco got it back in particular.
That's exactly it. 4 goals in a 5-2 win.
Well, listen, guys, we can go on about this forever.
You keep cutting us off, man, even in your own segment.
Hey, it's not me, it's the network. But anyway, that'll be it for tonight's postgame show. With a strong 5-2 victory for the Crowns, the Prus Tellis Bolts are eliminated from the playoffs in 6 games. Tomorrow, we're staying here in the RLC, but moving to the ESTOS Conference to see if the Crowns are meeting the Admirals on the grandest stage of them all, or if the Legion can tie it up and take us to Game 7. Good night.